Robotica! Let's do it!
Welcome to Robotica. I am perched high above the walls of this amazing arena where tonight, 4 of the fiercest robots in the world will compete in a series of daring events where only the toughest will survive. I'm Ahmed Zappa, and joining me for the face-off is this very sexy, very beautiful Tanika Ray, the Queen Bot herself. Can you feel the excitement?
Oh yes, Ahmed, this place is going wild.
I know, check that out. They're going crazy. Now, robots will compete head-to-head in 3 rounds of challenges that test their speed, their strength, and agility. First up, the Speedway, a figure-8 race that puts their speed to the test. Then, it's the Maze, a nasty obstacle course where maneuverability is the key. Next, it's the Gauntlet, a drag race where power prevails. In between each competition, our builders will have time to fix or modify their machines for their next challenge. The 2 bots with the most points at the end of the 3 events will get it on in a gladiator-style fight to the finish.
Where the last robot standing wins.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what Daddy likes. Tonight's competition is a battle of mind and metal, brains and bolts, talent and titanium.
So before we meet our lean, mean, fighting robotic machines, let's go down to the arena where Tanya Memi is standing by.
Woo! Thanks, Ahmed. Well, one thing I can tell you is that this crowd certainly has their cheering shoes on. They have traveled from all over the country just to witness this electrifying event. You can feel the excitement in this room. Gotta tell you, there is so much raw power behind these machines that we actually have to protect our spectators with this bulletproof shield. Ahmed, back to you.
You ever get the impression that Tanya is maybe an android sent from Zeta Reticuli to destroy us all, or is that just me?
It's just you. Yeah.
Okay, it's now time to meet our competitors. Representing the red team from Los Angeles, California, Patrick Campbell. Patrick's a mechanical design engineer and a veteran robot competitor. And his challenger from the blue team, also from Los Angeles, California, a systems analyst at Cal State University, Walter Martinez. Now, let's meet their machines. For the red team, he's packing a steel forklift that can lift up to 150 pounds. Beware of the awesome power of Wendigo.
Wendigo, weighing in at 209 pounds. His weapon, a steel forklift. His design feature, he's waterproof and fireproof.
And his opponent from the blue team, he's bodacious, he's tenacious, he's anything but gracious. Beware of Hydro!
iDroid, weighing in at 210 pounds. His weapon, a stainless steel pitchfork. And his design feature, diamond-plated armor.
The first event is the Speedway. Each robot will race in opposite directions around a treacherous figure-8 track. Every lap is worth 10 points, and as the robots cross paths, they're allowed to engage in a little kung fu road warrior style combat.
The first robot to complete 8 laps, or the robot to complete the most laps in 2 minutes, will be declared the winner and earn an additional 20 bonus points. You think you could do that, Ahmed?
You know I cannot do that. It's impossible. It's nearly impossible. I can't even negotiate a traffic circle. I'm that lame. Honestly.
I believe you. I believe you.
Okay, challengers, it's time. It's Robotica, baby. Start your motors.
Robots ready.
And they're off. Wendigo much faster than iDroid. iDroid's slow and steady, but most importantly, under control. Ooh, little near miss there. Wendigo having some traction problems there. But that doesn't stop him from putting the first points on the board. Yeah! Save it for iDroid, man. Oh! And iDroid ties it up. Why aren't the bots hitting each other? They're only hitting the rails. Look at that. Look at that. And Wendigo puts another one on the board. Oh, there we go. Wendigo gives iDroid a nice knock. Sweet. Looks like he's doing a little shove and match. Oh, this is good. This is good. There's Patrick Campbell, Wendigo's builder. Very proud of his bot. Who's about to put another one on the board? Oh, yeah! Wendigo just smashing iDroid. 1 minute to go, people. Oh, iDroid finds himself in Wendigo's path. Not a good place to be. iDroid was just about to score when the incredibly powerful Wendigo carried him out of position. Sweet! And Wendigo puts his 4th lap on the board. He's unstoppable! iDroid just getting kicked around the track like a rag doll. Wendigo moving into scoring position. 30 seconds left. And that's 5 for Wendigo. iDroid just sitting there. I can't tell if he's stuck or having mechanical problems. Wendigo doesn't much care. iDroid's trying to use his pitchfork to free himself as builder Walter Martinez. Look at that. Not too happy at all. Wendigo just put lap 6 on the board, baby. Question is, will there be time for 7? I don't think so. There's the final buzzer. Way to go, Wendigo! Sorry, iDroid. Wendigo rounds the track 6 times to 10 points a lap, plus an additional 20 for making the most laps, giving him 80 points, while iDroid goes around once, giving him 10. The winner is Wendigo. Congratulations, guys. But who knows what's going to happen in the maze? It's anybody's game. It's now time to go down to the floor with Tanya and Tanika. What's going on, ladies?
All right, you won. How do you guys feel?
Feels good, really good.
So what was your strategy to win this round?
Basically, do enough laps to get enough points and move on.
You're a machine, Wendigo. They were just whipping around those corners, no problem.
Yeah, it's a bit slippery, but we managed to pull off enough laps, I think, to get around, what, 7 or 8 times?
Yeah?
I think so.
Well, tell us a little bit about the power and speed behind Wendigo.
We have 8 drive motors that helps us push the other guy out of the way if he does get in our way and gets us up to good speed. We were really running at about probably 25% of our top speed around the track because it was so slippery.
Well, you scored 80 points. Congratulations. Woohoo!
Oh, poor Walter. Oh, you looked like you were going out strong there in the beginning. What happened?
Well, I think my speed controller must have fried or something. A wire must have gotten loose or something. I just got to check it. That's what drives the wheels.
Now that you've seen the Speedway, would you have done anything differently?
Yes, I probably would have had wider tires because the floor here is very slick, and I don't, you have to have the right tires for this kind of race here.
Okay, the maze is up next. Good luck.
Thank you.
Wendigo showing iDroid what it's like to play in the majors as he puts on a clinic on how to run in the Speedway. Okay, it's time to meet our next competitors representing the silver team from Los Angeles, California, J.D. Street. J.D.'s a special effects coordinator and veteran of several robot competitions. And from the gold team, his challenger from New Berlin, Wisconsin, a machine repairman, Tim Berghofer. Now entering the arena, representing the silver team, he's an aluminum toy just waiting to destroy. If you call this hotline, you certainly won't get no help from crisis management.
Crisis Management, weighing in at 202 pounds. His weapon, a pneumatic cable cutter. And his design feature, 4-wheel drive tractor steering.
And his opponent from the gold team, his massive mouth and titanium teeth will teach any bot a lesson in manners. Woo-ha! Crunch destroy. Ladies and gentlemen, Jawbreaker.
Jawbreaker, weighing in at 209 pounds. His weapon, a titanium jaw. And his design feature, a 2-wheel drivetrain.
Okay, you know the deal. Most laps in 2 minutes takes it, and knocking your opponent off the track is highly recommended. I thoroughly enjoy it. 10 points per lap, and an additional 20 for the victor.
It's now time for the moment we've been waiting for. Put the pedal to your metal. May the most ruthless robot win!
Robots ready.
Drastically different designs facing off here. Seems Jawbreaker's having a little trouble steering. And Crisis Management got things well in hand. Looking good. Jawbreaker gives Crisis Management a little rub there. Sweet. And Crisis Management puts one on the board. Yeah, now that's more like it. Sweet. Crisis Management may have taken a little wheel damage there. You gotta love it. And Jawbreaker puts one on the board. A close call as the bots almost connect there. You see that? Crisis Management really hesitating to put these laps on the board. Aha, that's why. He was just waiting to launch a lame net at Jawbreaker. And Jawbreaker takes his revenge there, baby. Crisis Management waits as Jawbreaker ties it up at 2. 1 minute to go. Ooh, nice hit by Jawbreaker. He's really giving it to Crisis Management. Crisis Management stopping again. And there's net number 2 missing its mark. Crisis Management and now Jawbreaker complete laps. All Crisis Management's waiting around his costing his lead. Both bots dead even going into the bottom halves of their laps. And they keep it that way, both scoring at the same time, dead even, baby. Man, this is a close race. As time runs short, whoever scores the next lap is gonna take this event. 10 seconds. Jawbreaker crosses the line first. He's got to keep Crisis Management from completing his lap. And there's the buzzer. He does. Jawbreaker wins the Speedway, baby. Crisis Management so close. Crisis Management's 4 laps at 10 points a pop earn him 40 points, while Jawbreaker goes around 5 times, picking up an extra 20, giving him 70 points. And the winner is Jawbreaker. Yes. Good times. Good times. Let's go down to where Tanika and Tanya are standing by.
All right, Tim and Dave, Jawbreaker rocked butt, okay? What was your strategy out there?
Well, he's got that big pincher in front. We just wanted to stay away from that and try to keep making laps. And we figured if we lined up with him, we'd go for a hit, but otherwise we just wanted to make laps. So that's the way it worked out.
You know, you guys started off slow. It looked like you were having a hard time steering. How did you figure that out?
Well, I've got switches on my remote that can change my controls. I had them in the wrong position. I've got 2 different modes, one for the maze, one for the race. I had the switches wrong right off the bat. I realized it, switched back, got back on track, and seemed to pull it together.
Yeah, obviously it came out with a big win. Okay, you have big jaws, but you didn't use them. Why?
It was a race. It was a race not to use the weapons.
Okay.
So we just decided to keep the weapons out of it.
Well, you know, Crisis Management used weapons a couple times. What was your strategy?
Our strategy is to save the weapon till the end.
All right, well, the maze is next. Are you guys ready?
Oh, we're ready.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're ready. Good luck, you guys.
All right, I know you guys lost this round, but Crisis Management looked like a pretty mean machine, and you started off pretty strong, and then once you started firing those nets, that's when the momentum kind of slowed down. What happened there?
Well, once we got our wheel, we had a little impact there and it started defending our wheel. We were trying to avoid just go for purely speed, but once contact was made, we decided to send the nets out.
What is in store for us for the maze with Crisis Management?
Pretty much the same thing, because again, these first 2 events or 3 events were meant not to be non-contact with each other. At least that's what we were intending to do in contact with the set, if anything. So we're going to move along the same lines, do a little repair work, and get back in it.
Okay, well, good luck.
Thank you.
Jawbreaker doing a little Crisis Management of his own as he teaches the other robot that the Speedway is about more than just speed. After the first event, it's when Dingo leading iDroid 80-10 and Crisis Management trailing Jawbreaker 40-70. Now let's check in with their teams in the pits where each builder has been given time to work on their robots. Now Walter Martinez and iDroid ran into a little mechanical trouble on the Speedway. Let's see if he's figured out what happened.
Yeah, it looks like it might have been the fuses actually. So if that's all it is, then it should be easy to fix. And there it is. You can see it actually broke the whole fuse.
The man knows his bot. While he does a little more tweaking, let's find out more about Walter and his Robotica creation, iDroid. Meet Walter Martinez, mild-mannered network administrator by day, Robo-Combat King by night.
My robot represents my valor, my honor, and I see my robot as a modern knight. Since you can't fight battles anymore, this is one way to do it. The reason why my robot is so powerful is because the drivetrain consists of electric wheelchair motors. Now these motors are designed to handle a person up to 600 pounds. On top, it's got a stainless steel pitchfork that is able to impale or stab the opponent.
Sounds tough. Walter's obsession with brawny bots began when he was growing up in Honduras. He competed in science fairs and dreamed of coming to the United States. The dream became a reality when he was accepted at California State University at Long Beach. Now, upon graduation, he started working as a computer network administrator.
I went into that field because it had some electronics and programming. I wanted to be in a field that could give me enough money to buy my robot toys.
And by night, Walter puts those toys to good use. iDroid, his creation for Robotica, is a striking synergy of power and muscular menace.
Building a robot just takes me to another world. I don't care about time, I don't care about food, I don't care about anything, basically. I don't know if I should say this, but you're playing God. You're building something that comes alive.
Very much alive. Keep an eye on iDroid tonight. This Clark Kent-like engineer and his alter ego warrior mean business. Word from the pits is everything checked out. All that's left for Walter is to raise his ground clearance for the maze. It might have looked like Wendigo trounced iDroid in the speedway, but there was a little surprise waiting for builders Patrick Campbell and Eric Stolinger.
So he actually got you?
Yeah, he had something on the front of his robot, a spike or something sticky. The aluminum prongs, and he basically busted right through the tire.
All the high-tech gizmos on these machines, and they're foiled by a flat tire. While they tack on a spare, let's find out more about Patrick, Eric, and their creation, Wendigo. Patrick Campbell and Eric Stolinger first met while experiencing the spirit of Wendigo.
It's an Indian word for an Indian tribe eating a conquered Indian tribe to gain their strengths and spirit.
Apply that philosophy to the world of robotics, and you'll understand why these former rivals teamed up to create their own Wendigo.
The only other thing I'm worried about is we take a heavy impact is these bolts stripping out.
The guys met last year while competing on the robotics circuit. Both worked in LA's San Fernando Valley.
When I found out he lives in Burbank, I pretty much said, hey, let's get together and I'll show you my shop if you show me yours, kind of thing.
Wendigo's construction is a techno blend, part old-fashioned handcrafting in Eric's garage.
I know the old machines, the cranks, the handles, that kind of thing.
And part high-tech fabrication at Patrick's workspace at Pace Technology.
My day is involved in working on a computer, designing these parts, and in the afternoon, setting up the machines to have them manufactured.
The week before Wendigo was scheduled for the Robotica track, the spirit of competition was rushing through its chassis and drivetrain, but something still wasn't right.
We couldn't find the biggest motors we wanted, so we took some small little motors that were pretty zippy that people have had success with before, and were only $8 a piece. I mean, they're kind of small for what we're doing, but I think why don't we just put a bunch of them in there? Yeah. Just stack them up. And basically that's what we did. We put 8 motors, 4 per side. That basically allowed us to get a cheap motor and parallel it up for redundancy and made the electronics a lot easier to deal with.
When this bot blasts out of the gate, Eric and Patrick are confident that Wendigo will have a voracious appetite for victory and other bots.
Our robot's gonna eat the other robots and gain their strength and spirit.
Oakley dokley, it's time for competition number 2, the maze. This is a test of human mind and robotic body. Now, each robot must be maneuvered to the center of the maze. That is the goal. But this maze has, well, some serious attitude. First, they gotta climb this steel ramp. The only problem is, once they're halfway up, they're on their way down, and fast. Then, they gotta get past this roadblock, so they better keep up their speed. Next, they take on a pair of revolving spiked paddles. Pushing past these guys is only half the battle, because what goes around comes around. Then, these speed bumps may not look like much, but they can be the toughest obstacle on the course. After that, they're met by the crushing force of the guillotine of death. And finally, they come face to face with a waterfall that can short-circuit them on their way to the finish line. Oh, and that ramp, caution, slippery when wet. For this competition, drivers operate from elevated scaffolds. 15 points will be awarded for each obstacle and 25 bonus points to the winner. Now entering the arena, our first challenger, the winner of the Speedway with 80 points. Representing the red team, it's Wendigo! And his opponent with 10 points, trying to even the score, representing the blue team, it's iDroid. The clock is set. It's now time to tear up some titanium. Let's do it, people! Robotica! iDroid has a chance to even the score in the maze.
Robots ready.
Here we go! Wendigo has passed the ramp. iDroid having some trouble. Now Wendigo is past the box and on to paddle number 1. iDroid still struggling. Wendigo taking paddle number 2 with authority, baby. iDroid finally passed the ramp, and he doesn't slow down for that box. Wendigo getting into position for the guillotine. His timing has to be just right, and it is! iDroid taking on the paddles. Oh! It's Wendigo, baby! Yes! He flew through both waterfalls! Did you see that? Genius! iDroid still stuck on the paddles. Wendigo clears all the obstacles and picks up 25 bonus points, earning him 100 points. iDroid clears 3 obstacles, earning him 45. What's that I smell? Is that a victory for Wendigo? Yes, it is! Let's get some post-performance commentary from Tanya and Tanika.
Yes, Wendigo, the winner again. What was your strategy in that round?
We came up with a plan to go through as much as possible, as quick as we can, and it worked.
Okay, what about the water component? That was kind of scary. Were you guys scared about that?
Yeah, I gunned it. We overshot it and went through both waterfalls.
So what did you guys do special in this round to prepare for the water component and the guillotine?
The water was just putting on some plastic little bags inside the electronics and a sheet over the top, and that was it.
Okay, the gauntlet's next. Are you guys ready?
Yeah, we'll charge it up and see how far it gets.
Yes, here they go. Good luck, Wendigo.
Thanks a lot.
Right on.
I know iDroid's having a hard day today. Well, when he was coming up the ramp, iDroid kind of hesitated. What happened there?
Well, I still need to practice my driving skills. It's actually not fast enough also, so it's kind of hard to maneuver it sometimes.
How did you prepare and how did you design iDroid for this round of competition?
Well, I wanted to be strong enough to be able to push some of the obstacles that were in the way. And I actually have a ramp, so I can load it to my truck. So I did practice the ramp, but I don't know what happened. It just, I lost control there.
Okay, well, good luck in the gauntlet.
Great, thank you.
Go, iDroid, go, right?
I hope so.
Wendigo rockets up the ramp. Not so for iDroid. Positioning for the pedals. And he's past it. 1 down. Now it's iDroid's turn. But the maze belongs to the robot known as Wendigo. Let's go down to the pits and see what Jawbreaker and Crisis Management are doing to get ready for this event. Jawbreaker got a mouthful of Crisis Management on the Speedway. It looks like his titanium teeth popped a tire.
Change out that tire. Maybe we'll go to some wider, lower tires, seeing as we're not in the speed round anymore. And, hopefully we won't cross paths with anyone until the final combat.
Right.
So the tire problem's taken care of. For these guys, it's all about Crisis Management.
I have the best job in the world. I get to break things for a living. Everything I do is pretty much illegal, except in the film industry.
Burn, baby, burn. J.D. Street is a licensed pyrotechnician working in Hollywood. He and his special effects team are masters of destruction. Lately, they've added another design challenge to their explosive repertoire. Rock'em Sock'em Smash Mouth Robots.
Our team is called the Short Attention Span Engineering Team, and it's kind of adrenaline and caffeine driven all at the same time. You wait till the last possible minute and then run like hell.
You have 3 weeks to build a robot.
Crisis Management is the fourth robot JD and his team have built for competition. Working in a time crunch is nothing new for these guys.
Unfortunately, we got a late start, and that's kind of where the name Crisis Management came from. It's like, we got to get this done in a short period of time.
Powering up the wheels. Radio's on. Motor number 1, good light, good fan. Motor number 2, good light, good fan. Motor number 3, good light, good fan. Motor number 4, good light, good fan.
Loaded with powerful cable cutters, a motivated scoop, and magnetic nets, these demolition demons are building a bot with a potent punch.
Our nets aren't like normal nets. They have magnets.
The destruction is icing on the cake. I mean, it's the 10-year-old boy that likes to go out and break glass or dent up a car or something like that. I just found a release for it.
As the most heavily armed robot in the entire competition, Crisis Management should be able to critically crunch his opponents. A perfect outlet for this hard-working Hollywood special effects whiz. Team Crisis Management seems to have this under control, so let's check in on Jawbreaker. It looks like they lost an eyeball on the speedway, which should just be cosmetic, but they seem to be doing an awful lot of dismantling for just an eyeball. Let's find out what's going on.
Basically, we have to take all this armor off to get our batteries out, which is kind of a bad design, but then everything's well protected.
While they're doing that, let's learn more about Tim Berghofer, his partner Dave Gruzinski, and their creation, Jawbreaker. He's called Jawbreaker, and he's the creation of Tim Berghofer of New Berlin, Wisconsin. This metal-mouthed monster has jaws of steel, titanium teeth, and 1,000 pounds of force behind his bite. Jawbreaker's ferocious look was inspired by a childhood memory.
I thought back to a video game I used to play when I was a kid, which is Donkey Kong Jr. And Mario had these little robots that chomped up and down vines and across the ground, and they looked just like my robot. There were 2 jaws and a big eye.
Tim's work with task-oriented robots sparked his imagination. The goal? A metal warrior with attitude.
What's cooler than the jaw opening and closing? And it sounds cool, too, because the actuators that actually open and close the jaws are from airplane wing flaps. And if you're in an airplane, you hear that.
The team behind Jawbreaker included co-worker and partner Dave Gruzinski. Tim's dad donated the garage for welding the jaw template.
Proud father.
And wife Cheryl painted the fierce-looking eyes.
Love this green. It is just so bright.
And the gleaming titanium teeth.
Okay.
Creating a ferocious fighting machine is only part of Tim's motivation.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Let's see what we can do here. I'm going to accelerate forward, Dave, after I'm done, so stand back here.
He's also got a point to prove.
Some of the other competition is engineers and a lot smarter than me book-wise, but I have a lot of knowledge. So I decided I'd like to take that knowledge and try and build a robot and see if I could beat maybe somebody that's more book-smart than me.
And while Tim's banking on those savage jaws and vicious teeth to chop away at the competition, he's also in it for the fun.
You build something, you take all your time, everything's got to be perfect, and it ends up getting destroyed, but you had fun doing it.
Here's how things stand going into the maze. It's Crisis Management trailing Jawbreaker 40-70. Let's go back down to the maze and see what tactics Crisis Management will have to take in order to even the score. Now, keep in mind, 15 points will be rewarded for each obstacle successfully navigated, and a bonus 25 points for the robot who gets to the center first. Now, remember this, the first robot to reach the center wins, but getting there is half the fun, the kind of fun I like. And now, entering the arena, our first challenger, representing the silver team, it's Crisis Management! And his opponent, representing gold, it's the gold team's Jawbreaker! Gadgets and gear, and show us what you got. Let's do this, Robotica. Come on.
Robots ready.
Both bots off nicely. Jawbreaker getting bounced around a little bit there. Jawbreaker taking on the paddles now. Ooh, yeah, clapper. Crisis Management having a little trouble with that turn. Jawbreaker through the second pedal. Crisis Management through the first. Jawbreaker trying to get past the guillotine. And it does. Good job. Now it's his turn. Jawbreaker up the ramp. And he's out. No! He's stuck. Oh, he's going the wrong. He's going back down. He's going the wrong way. Both robots stuck going the wrong way. So close! Either one could win at any moment. Come on! Come on! And it looks like... Oh! Crisis Management takes the knees! Yeah! And he's getting a good soak in there. Yes! Yes! Crisis Management blasts through 5 obstacles and picks up 25 bonus points, giving him a total of 100 points, while Jawbreaker makes it through 4 obstacles, giving him 60. Score after 2 events, it's a close one. Crisis Management leads Jawbreaker 140 to 130. The winner is Crisis Management. Let's go down to the floor.
Woo! Crisis Management score. Okay, you happy?
Very happy. Yeah, very happy.
Now I see there's a component missing from the last round.
We took off our ramp just because we didn't want doesn't serve any purpose there, because the ramp is only for going up against other things.
And good job we did take it off, because we couldn't get up the first way with the pincher going up the front. We had to reverse it and
drive backwards.
Drive backwards, yeah.
So were you guys concerned about water damage going into this round?
Yeah, definitely.
We're still concerned about water damage.
Yeah. You gotta go visit your
ice centered underneath the waterfall.
Yeah.
But well,
not a good situation.
When we go into the pits, we'll see where we're at.
Congratulations, you guys. See you in the next round.
Despite their very different designs, these two robots are very evenly matched. These bots push through the paddles with no problems. But Jawbreaker's two-wheel drive system didn't provide the control he needed to get him up the ramp, giving Crisis Management the win. After the second competition, it's Crisis Management and Jawbreaker separated by a mere 10 points, 140 to 130. And it's Wendigo over iDroid, 180 to 55. The final event in our first round of competition is the Gauntlet. This is an old-fashioned drag race with some new rules. 2 robots, 2 tracks, and 50 feet to glory. Fastest bot wins. Only 5 things stand between the start and the finish. 5 increasingly difficult obstructions that the robots will attempt to blast through. First, there's a pane of glass. Now, if you get past this without a scratch, don't stick around to admire your reflection, because you'll be met by a mound of metal cans staring you in the face. Then, if you recycle those suckers, you'll be met by a solid brick wall, and it's on to a stack of concrete stones. And just when you thought it was safe, well, it is a safe weighing more than 100 pounds. The first bot to push that baby across the finish line gets all the marbles. Each obstacle is worth 15 points, and the winner will receive an additional cool 25. Now, representing the red team, it's the very Winnie Winnerson Wendigo. And his opponent representing the blue team, let's hear it for iDroid. Robots, get your micro switches in motion. It's time to kick butt, Robotica style. For this competition, the builders will be controlling their bats from the floor.
Robots ready.
Wendigo flying off the line through the glass and bricks. iDroid through the cans. Wendigo's still hung up. iDroid through the bricks and the blocks. Wendigo still hung up on that brick. And iDroid having no problem with the save. He wins! He wins the gauntlet, baby, with ease! Yes! Wendigo thrashing around, still trying to get off that brick. Whereas iDroid's just spinning for joy. Good job, buddy. Scores for the Gauntlet. Wendigo with 45 points, raising his final score to 225, while iDroid clears the Gauntlet, earning him 100 points, raising his final score to 155. Which means iDroid, I'm sorry, buddy, Wendigo is moving on to the fight to the finish. Let's go down to the floor.
Now, Wendigo, obviously, he didn't win the Gauntlet, but he won the match, and he is on his way to the final match. Think Wendigo's up for it?
Oh, yeah. He's definitely ready.
Yeah? So what happened here in the Gauntlet?
Well, a brick got caught underneath us. And we high-centered, and we just couldn't go anywhere.
All right.
Yep.
What about your strategy? What's your strategy going into the fight to the finish?
Get him to look a little meaner and
Ooh,
just
you're gonna
push
get him
the
to
other
look
guy
meaner.
out.
How are you going to get him to look meaner?
Put the weapons on.
All right. So
Yeah.
what kind of weapons?
Big spikes.
All right. Good luck.
Thank
and
you.
Congratulations.
All right, Walter, you won. iDroid came through in the end. What was your strategy?
Well, the robot was designed for strength, not for speed. So this was my deal here. This is what I was good at. So
This is your round.
Yeah, I wish all the rounds were like this, but
Congratulations, Walter. That was so much fun to watch.
thank you.
Right on.
Thanks.
Wendigo was off to a great start, but he got hung up on a brick. In the end, it was the all-powerful iDroid who won the Gauntlet. Okay, it's time once again for the final event in our first round of competition, the Gauntlet. We've got archways, we've got brick walls, we've got panes of glass, we've got peril.
Yeah, that's right. And remember, the first robot to flee all of this deadly debris will be the winner.
Breaking through these obstacles will get you 15 points apiece, and the winner will pocket an additional 25. Once again, competing in their final event, representing the silver team, I bring you Crisis Management. And his opponent from the gold team, the legendary Jawbreaker. Okay, it's time to kick some robot butt. Bring it, people, bring it.
Robots ready.
Both bots tear into the Gauntlet. Jawbreaker getting a little hung up on those bricks. Crisis Management pounding those blocks. Jawbreaker finally passed the brick, yeah! Crisis Management struggling with a large pile there. It's Jawbreaker and the safe. He's having a little trouble controlling where it goes. Come on, figure it out. And he does! Jawbreaker is going to take on Wendigo in the fight to the finish. Nice job, guys! Crisis Management a close second, but there is no second place in Robotica.
Oh, man, I thought they were further ahead of me. Oh, that was great.
Yes! The winner of the Gauntlet with a score of 100 points is Awesome Jawbreaker. He smashed through all 5 obstacles and got himself 25 bonus points, while Crisis Management got through 4 obstacles, giving him 60. Which means Jawbreaker is moving on to our final round, the fight to the finish. Now that the stage is set with our second finalist, let's go down to the floor.
All right, Jawbreaker, you guys came from behind and won. You got yourself a spot in the fight to the finish. What was your strategy in that round?
Well, we designed this whole robot around the Gauntlet. We saw the blueprints for it. We designed a wedge. We figured we can shoot through nice big tires, don't have to worry about getting caught up. So overall, our design worked.
Okay, you guys are going to the fight to the finish. Are you going to change anything?
We got to really eye up our competitor. We might be using them jaws a little bit in the fight to the finish.
Yeah,
We've
we
been
haven't
keeping 'em
seen that
close.
so far.
We didn't want to damage them. We're saving those for later, but you're definitely going to see them work.
Good. I can't wait for those chompers. Congratulations. We'll see you in the
Thanks.
final round.
All right, our 2 finalists are locked in, and now it's time for our 2 robots to square off in their final match, fight to the finish. The winner of this match will be the only bot to walk off this 16 by 16 square alive. Our high wire warriors have to push, pull, and plow their opponents off the side of the platform and straight into the scrap heap. Our finalist, representing the red team, Wendigo! his opponent representing the Gold Team, it's Jawbreaker. Finalists, are you ready? Okay, it's do or definitely die. Let's Robotica out! It's Wendigo's powerful forklift versus the mighty mouth of Jawbreaker. Who will prevail?
Robots ready.
Big hit as Wendigo drives right into Jawbreaker. Yes! Jawbreaker overpowering Wendigo and just pushing him around the arena. This is awesome. He's got him right where he wants him now. Clap, clap. Bring down your mighty jaws of pain. Both drivers looking on as their creations battle it out high above the arena floor. 30 seconds and it's goodbye gates. Wendigo has the post of his forklift facing straight up to keep Jawbreaker's mouth from closing in on him. Excellent strategy. Give me a second. Wendigo's team looking very concerned. Both bots just waiting, conserving battery power, because in 10 seconds, those gates are coming crashing down. Jawbreaker holding his position, and there appears to be nothing Wendigo can do to escape. And there they go! This is it! When one wheel's off the side. Come on! Oh, this ball's over! This is amazing! Oh, yes! A very happy Tim Berghofer. He knows that since Wendigo left the platform first, Jawbreaker will be going to the Robotica Championship, baby! Woo! Wendigo put up a good fight, but it wasn't good enough. The winner is Jawbreaker, qualifying for the finals. Let's go down to the floor.
All right, Jawbreaker, you guys had the imposing opening of the jaw in the beginning. What was your strategy in this round?
Well, initially we gave it a little dental realignment and we moved 2 of the teeth off so that we could get in there. But we mounted one of the teeth to the front thinking we'd pop his tires. After we started looking at the size of the course, we thought we're not going to have much room to maneuver. So instead we decided let's just kamikaze, open the mouth right from the beginning, try to get him in there. If we get him, maybe we can get his front tires off and just hold him, and it worked.
So did it go exactly as you planned it?
It went exactly as we planned. We planned to go in with the mouth open and go right straight at him. Everybody gets together and see who can do a pushing match the best.
All right, so you guys feel pretty powerful and strong now, don't you?
Well, there's some pretty formidable opponents yet to come that we've been seeing, so we're just happy to win this event, win our episode. If we go to the grand finale and we take it all, that's great, but we're just happy to be here right now.
Congratulations and good luck in the next round, okay? Right on.
An epic battle, but when push came to shove, the 2-wheel titanium tooth wonder Jawbreaker took Wendigo to town, taking a little bite out of the competition there. When the rails came down, both bots took the plunge, but only Jawbreaker landed on his feet. Yeah. Next time, 4 more robots will duke it out for a shot at the fight to the finish. Who will move on to the Ultimate Championship and be the last robot standing? Well, find out on the next Robotica. That's it for us. On behalf of myself, Tanika Ray, Tanya Memi, I gotta say goodbye, people. Adios.
Adios indeed. They're all back tomorrow morning and all this week at 10 o'clock. We're off to India and Nepal next this morning, or if Magaluf is more your scene, join Suggs and his mates for a Night Fever beach party tonight at 7:05 on 5.